Hello everyone and welcome to episode 1 of this Top Tips series. My name is Winters and you are very welcome. So in this episode we are going to talk about Oxtobat builds and purple technicians. Now, as I'm sure you are well aware, an Oxtobat build, in order to make it work, you need 3 purple technicians. And while you can get purple technicians freely off the exchange, it will cost you tens of millions of EC in order to get the 3 purple technicians. Now, rather than doing that, and this is especially for free-to-play players, because you may not have the EC to purchase 3 purple technicians, you can actually get purple technicians for free by completing a very specific assignment chain that is in game, and it is located here in the Bertrand cluster. And if I open up the map, just to give you an idea where we are, so this is Sol system or Earth, and this is where we are at the Bertrand cluster. Okay, and if we interact with Bertrand cluster, it will open up a list of available duty officer missions. Now, assuming that this is the first time that you have come here, there will be a mission that will have a 1 of 7 at the end of it, okay? And all you have to do is you just scroll down until you find it. Now, more specifically, to give you an idea of what the actual mission is called, we look here in assignment chains and colonization of the Bertrand cluster. We expand the list. The very first mission will be called Colony Site Survey in the Bertrand cluster, and at the very end it will have in brackets 1 of 7 and close bracket. Once you complete that mission, it will unlock the second mission, which is Establish Forward Base in the Bertrand cluster, and this one will have a bracket 2 of 7 close bracket, and it will continue on that way until you get to the very last mission, which is the 7th step, Bertrand Cluster Renown. That particular mission, I know for a fact, is a 15-minute mission, and that's it. Now, once you have completed the 7th mission, so 7 of 7, once you have completed that, you unlock a brand new mission that is called Support Bertrand Cluster Colonization Efforts. This is the mission that you were looking for in order to get your free purple technicians. Now, if we hit plan here and we look at critical, we have a 28% chance of getting a critical success. And this is very important because in order to get the free purple technician duty officer, you have to get a critical. Excuse me. If we mouse over the information here, we can see that we get 2 special duty officers. One of them is a refugee, and the other one then is the purple technician duty officer. If we get a normal success, we just get a refugee, just a normal common quality refugee. If we get a failure, we get nothing. If we get a disaster, we get nothing. And there's 0 chance of either of those happening. So it's going to be one or the other. And you need to get as much critical chance as you possibly can. So I'm just going to look here at my duty officers. Yeah, they're actually not bad. Okay, so this one, I might have a better one than this guy. Possibly, maybe. I wonder would he be any better. He is. Ha 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 ha. So I got that up to 30%. To be honest with you, I think the highest that you can possibly get would be about 34%, and that will be really, really pushing it. You probably wouldn't get much higher. But anyway, I'm sidetracking here. Yes, this is the mission. Support Bertrand Cluster Colonization Efforts. And this mission is kind of a tricky one because it is not always available. First of all, you can see here that it is a rare assignment, meaning that it is not always available. So when the sector updates in 3 hours and 1 minute from now, this assignment will disappear, and it will not be available again possibly for another 12 hours because it's a rare assignment. I think uncommon assignments are every 4 hours, so it's available for 4 hours, it's not available for 4 hours, and then it's available again. I think rare assignments is like every 8 or every 12 hours or something like that. So yeah, if you're looking for this, assuming that you have completed all 7 steps in the assignment chain first, you will need to continuously come back to the Bertrand cluster and check for this mission, support Bertrand cluster colonization efforts. And it's very easy to spot because this little icon here representing that it gives a special duty officer, it makes it stand out from the crowd. If we look at all the different missions that are here, it kind of does stand out a little bit, because it is the only one that has that icon to represent that it gives a special duty officer. And you can repeat this mission as many times as you want in order to get as many technicians as you want. If I go to my duty officer roster, I'll show you guys now. This is the duty officer you get, 10 of 10. It's a Caitian female, and that is the technician that you get, and she will be bound to you once you pick it up. Any duty officers that you pick up from clusters or nebulas are always bound to you. Right, what else? Oh yes, when you complete the 7th step of this assignment chain, so the renown mission, alright, the 7 of 7, you will get a rare or blue technician. Which is kind of handy. It's kind of like a bonus, you know, for completing the chain. You're guaranteed you get a rare or blue technician from it. If you look on the galaxy map, like here we have the Hafer Nebula, down here we have the Harami cluster, we have the Crucius Arm, we have the Delta Volanus cluster, and there's loads more all over the place here in the beta quadrant, and also in the alpha quadrant. If we look over here, see there's one down here at Bactreca, there's another one here at the Zenus Expanse, there's another one here at the Rolar Nebula. Every single one of these nebulas or clusters that have this icon, okay, we can see there's more down here. Tong Nebula, Dakel Star, Azlea Expanse, Crucius Arm, I've already said that one. Every single one of these has a different, very rare duty officer that you can farm from that location 100% for free. And it works, they all work the very same way. Every single one of them has a 7-step assignment chain that must be completed first. When you complete the 7th step, the renown mission, you will get a rare or blue duty officer guaranteed for completing all 7 steps, and then it unlocks the support, the Dakel Star colonization efforts, the Delta Volanus cluster colonization efforts, or whatever. They all unlock a mission exactly like this one with the special duty officer, and in every single one of these locations there is a different very rare duty officer that you can farm. So for example, here at the Harami cluster you get an astrometric scientist, if I remember correctly. The Delta Volanus cluster you get a doctor, if I remember right. So yeah, there's all different ones in all these different locations. But anyway, I'm going off topic a little bit. So yeah, you can repeat this mission as many times as you need. If you're using an Oxtabat build, you will want at least 3. You can only put 3 on to your active space duty officer list, okay? And that's what you need in order to run a excuse me, a Oxtabat build. And yeah, just be wary that the mission is not always available. You are not always going to get a critical success. You need to come back here every 4 hours checking to see if the mission is available and figure out the timing or the cycle. I do want to point out that realistically, it can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 8 weeks to get all 3 purple technicians. So just be aware of that. And that's not a bad estimate. Anywhere from 2 weeks to 8 weeks to get all 3 of them. And it completely depends on how good your duty officer roster is already. If you've got a very good duty officer roster with really good, very rare duty officers, then you're going to have a higher critical success chance. So you may get it done quicker. But if you don't, then, you know, obviously it's going to take you a hell of a lot longer. Another thing I want to point out, the 7-part assignment chain, that's going to take you about a week to complete as well. Roughly about a week. Of course, it depends on how often you can get online to play. Some of the missions are 20-hour missions. I think there's like 3 missions in the 7 steps that are 20-hour missions, if I remember right. So, you know, you're talking a day there straight away. But on average, you're looking at about a week to complete all 7 steps, roughly, in or around. And 2 to 8 weeks to get all 3 purple technicians. And once you have them, then all you have to do is just go to roster, refine by very rare like I did here, and go to engineering. You find the technician, and then you can put it onto your active space list and start reaping the benefits. Okay, that's it for this top tip. I hope that you all found it useful. Please hit the like button if you did find it useful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And as always, please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. My name is Winters, and I will see you next time. So until then, take care.